YouTube? We got another unboxing and review to do today. This is the Basecamp Navigator. So, Basecamp is the collaboration between Caribou Lodge and YoyoFactory. Thus far, I have reviewed the Expedition, which I do own, and I have reviewed the, which I like a lot. I like the Expedition, and I've reviewed the Jackknife, which I wasn't real keen on. However, this is the Basecamp Navigator. Now, the Basecamp Navigator is the first bimetal in the Basecamp line, and it's basically just a kind of a cool design. So let's pop this bad boy open and try it out. So I've had the opportunity to try this out before. They do have these in stock over at SW Randall, and this is on loan to me from the wonderful people at SW Randall. And gotta say, this is definitely a major improvement to the, a major step up as far as, you know, the quality and just excellence of the yo-yo, as compared to the Jackknife. Although I like, it's very similarly good to the Expedition, as the Expedition. So these come in at like $120 or $130 depending on where you get them. Yeah, so let's before I talk about it too much, let's get into the specs. And I wasn't prepared. I should have had it up before. Not prepared. Yeah, $120 or $119.99 or between $120 and $130 depending on where you get it. Let's talk about specs of this yo-yo. Diameter 56.4 millimeters. The width is 44.05 millimeters. The gap width is 4.5 millimeters. Weighs in at 64.8 grams, which is a great weight for bimetals, in my opinion. Nice and light, but still lots of power in the rims, but so it doesn't feel too heavy. Feels just about right. Comes with a center track bearing and CBC slim pads. You can tell these are the gold pads, though. Well, maybe you can't tell. If I open it, you can tell, but I'm not going to open it. But this one has the gold pads in it, the gold YoyoFactory pads, which I like a ton. Designed in the USA and Canada. Made in China, so $120 for a bimetal, not bad. The matted finish on this is just about is better than the finish on the Expedition. It's better than the finish on the Jackknife, even the blasted ones. This is definitely the best finished Basecamp yo-yo I have ever touched. This is better finished than pretty much every YoyoFactory too. It's different than the Caribou Lodge ones. This is a kayak. This is kind of a little, I mean, you can feel this is a little more like blasted, like there's a little bit more like bumps, not bumps, but like it's a little more matted, whereas this is a little smoother, but I would put it on par with the Caribou Lodge finishes. As you can see, as far as shapes go, similar-ish in kind of that like step-up H shape to the Expedition. Also shares some similarities with the shutter a little bit. Now that I'm looking at it, I probably should have grabbed the checkpoint, but it's kind of similar to the checkpoint too, a little more rounded. And then it's got some similarities to the kayak. So the shape is good. I really like this shape a lot. I like that they've put the rims to the they're not like clipped on the edge here. They're sort of to the outside. Very much like the Edge, the YoyoFactory Edge. So I like that a lot. In fact, as far as the rim placement and shape goes, very similar to the Edge. It's like if you took the Edge and then made a different shaped bimetal, but sort of kind of put the same kind of like well-worked design elements in it. This is what you get. So you get a great grind finish here, and I'll show you that when I put a string on it. These rims are like scratched up, or like the rims are sort of blasted too, so like they don't stick, although it is super hot today. It's super muggy. And the blasted finish goes all the way around. You get a pretty nice thumb grind lip there, not very hard to thumb grind on. A little tougher to finger spin. The cup's kind of the same as the Expedition. A little tougher to finger spin on. It's not really designed for it, and there's these laser engravings in there, so I'm not really going to try. But not really designed for finger spins, so if you're into that, there's other bimetals that are better at that. This one's not for that, but this is an awesome bimetal. I would say I like this. If I like the The Edge a 10. I like this a 9. So let's put a string on it. I'll throw it around a little bit and show you what I mean. Hey, we're back. All right. So just to kind of show you guys a couple of things. Man, the light just went out of here. Nice and really stable. Very much like it does not care what you're doing. It's like, no, I'm good. Similar feeling to the Edge in that respect of level of stability. Grinds for days. Super good grinds. My hands are like sweaty and muggy, and it was like, nope, don't even care. Just gonna grind. This thing's dead smooth. This one's probably smoother than the Edge was. Dead smooth. Not a hint of vibe. 10 out of 10. Yeah, didn't snag it. Binds great with these gold YoyoFactory pads. Good stuff there. Super stable, super accurate. Just able to kind of do whatever you want with it, and it doesn't do anything. It's a little bit faster than the Edge, I'd say. I think it's a little bit lighter. Not by much, maybe like half a gram. And just overall, oh, come on. Overall, great yo-yo. I very much am enjoying it. But yeah, as you can see, binds great. No issue with the slipping. It's not slippy at all. Rims are kind of like blasted or polished or whatever, or not. They're not sticky either. Inner grind finish is great. Thumb grind lip is great. I'll show you that. I mean, you know, what else could you really want for in a bimetal? So, you know, awesome job with this one, Basecamp. I think I really like the Navigator, and the more I get to play with it, the more I dig it. So let's throw it back on the desk. I'll give you the final pros and cons and give you my final thoughts on it. But we'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back. Like I said, I like this just as much as I like the Edge. If I like the Edge at 10, I like this at 9. As far as the $120, $130 price tag, you know, I feel like it's worth it. I had complained a little bit about the other Basecamps being too expensive for what they were. I think they really stepped it up and took it to the next level with the Navigator. So I don't think that the 120 price tag is bad. Now, if you can get it on sale, even better. You know, lots of holidays coming up, lots of summer sales, what have you. 15-20% off of a $120 yo-yo. You could get it knocked down to $100 or so, or less, maybe even. Yo-Yo Sam just, I mean, they don't have these in stock, or I probably would have got one. Yo-Yo Sam just had 20% off for Memorial Day yesterday, and you know, 20% off of a $120 yo-yo is what? Carry the one. No. $25, $23, $24 off, something like that. Yeah, $24 off. So you know, you got it for $96. If you can get it for 20% off somewhere eventually, one day, for that I would do it, because this is a badass yo-yo. This is awesome. So huge kudos and huge shout out to you know, huge kudos. Like let's go back. Huge kudos to YoyoFactory and to CLYW and Basecamp for this one. This is a badass yo-yo. This is good. And I think you're going to see this one around a lot, being used at contests. It's kind of like you see the Edge a lot. Although you can't really finger spin it so well because of that nipple there, like on the Expedition and the engraving. But I guess we'll talk about the pros and cons. So we'll start with the cons. That's one of the cons. No finger spins, and there's a lot of engraving there in the center. Some people might not like that. You know, while the bimetal ring is you know, better for grinds because it's like scratched up and like blasted as well. It is still a little sticky and wide and right, you know, so you're not going to be doing arm grinds so well if it's muggy out. And there's a few outdoor contests this summer, and this isn't going to be that great at those as far as arm grinds are concerned. But if you're not doing those, it doesn't matter. Finger grinds, it's amazing. Excellent blasted finish there. Perfect. Thumb grind lips, easy to do. Easy to do, easy to catch. Amazing at that. So those are the pros. Yellow YoyoFactory pads out of the box, or gold ones out of the box. Great pads. No slippiness. I think the gold ones might be my absolute favorite pads. They just feel exactly right. They're not too grippy, not too slippy, just right. So, you know, great choice. I wish they'd put the gold pads in everything. I think they're the best ones. Yeah, I mean, just, you know, even though it's got engravings on it, it's really just classy and sort of not very overwhelming. Looks great with a white string, and just a classy, all-around good yo-yo, good for competition, good for whatever you want to do with it, good for just throwing around. Great yo-yo. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think the rings being placed back kind of makes it, you know, gives it a lot of control, but so, you know, good for those like kind of techie elements, although I'm not that techie. But it can go fast too. I'd say this is a faster player than the Edge, but it's still got a lot of control. So I really, really like that. I don't feel like it does that thing that a lot of bimetals do, and just feels like all the weight's in the rims, and then, you know, just feels kind of out of control. I don't like that. This kind of makes me feel homey and like I want to play it. So anyway, guys, that's it for the Basecamp Navigator. Definitely loving it. Great release from Basecamp. I'd say probably their best release so far. But tell me what you think down in the comments. If you played the Navigator, do you own a Navigator? Did you buy one? I dig it. I think you should maybe check them out if you hadn't thought about it. I think you should definitely check it out. But thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure you leave me a comment. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Throws and Brews channel. My name is Tom. Cheers to you. And I will see you next time.